Welcome to Story Smash, the storytelling game show. My name is Christine Blackburn, and we are going to have a fabulous time tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in on Facebook and also on YouTube. And feel free to leave comments in the chat room. And let's get this party started. All right, you guys, I want to introduce you now the Wheel of Stories. There it is. There are 12 permanent topics on the wheel, like school days, holidays, drunk tank, mom, hooking up, and birthdays. And there's an additional space that says free. If the contestant lands on free, then they can tell any topic that's on the wheel. There's also 3 spaces that say audience. And if the contestant lands on audience, well, that's when you guys come into play and leave story topics in the chat. And one of our expert judges will choose one of those topics to be the contestant's topic. And speaking of expert judges, let's bring them on the stage right now. All right, you guys, this first judge coming to the show is a comedian and a writer, and he wrote on At Midnight for the entire run. He's also a broadcaster for the LA Derby Dolls, and he's one of the funniest guys you will ever follow on Twitter. Please welcome Blaine Capatch.
Hi, how are you, Christine? Hey, it's good to be here on Sunday night. Is it Friday? I'm not sure anymore. Is it Tuesday? I thought it was Wednesday when I woke up. Hey, it's always great to be here, and by here I mean home. And we couldn't do the show tonight without the help of some of our sponsors, you guys. Brought to you tonight in part by Jack Daniel's Vodka, the great taste of Jack Daniel's in a vodka, and toilets. A hole in your house you can shit in. Toilets. Every household agrees. Got to get one. Toilets. Christine?
All right, you guys, this next judge has an extensive history with comedy. She was a segment producer on The David Letterman Show, and she co-created and was the executive producer of The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. And now, check this out. She's a mad chef. That's right. Check her out at the website. And she is absolutely fantastic. Please welcome Madeline Smithberg. Hi, Madeline. How are you, sister?
I am so good. I agree with Blaine. It does feel like Sunday because you switch nights. And
Tuesday, Madeline.
Tuesday. I know it's always Tuesday, and it's always the day that I have to move my trash cans out to the street. It just seems to be every day now. They've given up. They come every day. But I'm so happy to be here, quote unquote. And I apologize in advance if I offend any of our contestants, because last time I hurt someone's feelings.
Yeah, well, hey, listen, things happen. All right, you guys, this next judge, it's his first time on the show, which is so exciting. Now, he is an Emmy award-winning writer and host of the hugely popular Fitzdog Radio podcast. He also co-hosts the Sunday Paper podcast and Childish podcast. He's been a regular with Conan O'Brien and Jimmy Kimmel, and he's made more than 50 appearances on the Howard Stern Show. Can you believe that? He also has had a 1-hour stand-up special, and his book, Dear Mrs. Fitzsimmons, climbed the bestseller charts. And he also wrote and appeared on the HBO series Crashing, which recently ended. But boy, I love that series. Please welcome the amazing Greg Fitzsimmons.
Thank you, America and beyond. And this goes beyond America, right? Are we on the worldwide web?
That's exactly right. The World Wide Web.
Wow.
And yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure to judge. It's nice to be asked to judge instead of being asked not to judge so much, which I
Right. I agree with that. I agree. Now, listen up, guys. Tonight, we're playing 2 rounds of Story Smash. And in the event of a tie, we'll go to the 3rd spin-off round. But we are judging on 3 things. This is what I want you to know about. We're judging on 3 things. First of all, we're judging on the story. Is that right, Blaine Capatch?
That's what I was told. Over.
Because they don't want to go over their time. Because, Madeline, if they go over their time, they're going to hear this. Was that a toilet flush?
Favor of it now.
Is this story flush?
Greg, you've been on Howard Stern over 50 times. Is that a toilet flush?
That's toilet. And I've been on many morning zoos from Toledo, Ohio to Memphis, Tennessee. And they all got
Greg and the Fart Man. Okay, so
Hey, let's go over to
Greg
traffic.
and the
before we get back
fart
to
man.
each one of the criteria, the first one being the time, and then we're also going to be judging on story and the ability to stay on topic. Each one of those gives 5 points per, so it's 15 points per judge, the total being 45 points per round, 90 points in the end. And that's the end of my math.
Wait, yeah, my head exploded at 45.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So somebody else is going to do that, and we'll keep an eye on the leaderboard to find out what is going on. Here's a comment. I'm not sure what this is supposed to mean. Does Blaine wash his hair with Jack Daniels? Blaine.
No, but I've been brushing my teeth with Paul Mitchell because he's always been passionate about beautiful teeth. My molars are so silky. Look at him flapping in the breeze. I look like one of those show dogs. Over.
All right, you guys. This is going to be a blast.
Blaine,
Roger that.
toilet season, baby.
All right, you guys, this is going to be a blast. Make sure to leave your comments and chat over there in the chat room or whatever you got, because gets to be a lot of fun. Let's start right away. I want to say good luck to all the contestants, and please remember, we do fact check the stories.
Yeah.
I'll draw the first contestant out of the story smash can of truth, and that person is alrighty. This comedian, you guys, he has a unique brand of humor, drawing from his Midwestern Chicano roots and Marine Corps experience. He recently appeared in 2 episodes of the Vet TV Comedy Song Contest Season 1, and he's entertained audiences across the country at comedy clubs like the Hollywood Improv, the Greensboro, North Carolina Comedy Zone, and he's also appeared at dive bars, bowling alleys, elevators, VFWs, and Al-Anon meetings. Please welcome the very talented Jacob Rosales!
Oh yeah.
Hi, Jacob.
Hey, Madeline, how's it going? How's it going, everybody?
Great. Here we are again.
All right, come on. Give me some love with that wheel, Christine.
All right, you guys.
I want a good one.
Spin that
Wheel.
All right, let's go. Let's see what I got. No whammies.
Pep Boys. Love that chicken at Pep Boys. Christine?
What is my category?
Jacob landed on birthday. He's got 1 minute to tell us a story about birthdays. Whenever you're ready, Jacob, we'll go ahead and start the clock.
Oh, birthdays. I'm gonna go with when I turned 35. 35 was a great. I've had a lot of shitty birthdays, but 35 was the best. I mean, I was 10 and I didn't get the electric guitar that I wanted. Oh, got to start the clock. Anyways, so like I was 10 and I never got an electric guitar that I wanted.
Christine.
When I was 25, I was in the Marine Corps. I got a non-judicial punishment. But the creme de la creme of my birthdays, though, the best one of all time was when I hit 35 and my girlfriend at the time, she was my fiance, she confessed to me and told me that she had been sleeping with other women. Yeah, it was great. It was really good. And it was so classic because she was like, I didn't think it would matter. I didn't think you'd think it would be a big deal. And I was like, big deal? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, your strap on is named Thor's hammer. It's a fucking big deal. Yeah. So that, it was great because I was living in Washington, D.C. at the time, and she was living in San Diego, and I came out there to see her and visit her. And then, I learned about all about that. It was a phenomenal, greatest birthday of my life. I can't wait until I turn 50. Who knows what's in store for me. God bless America. Thank you.
All righty, Madeline Smithberg.
Okay, I'm a tiny bit confused, but I'm gonna run with it. I like the way he responded very quickly and started before the clock could even get going. And I like that she came out to you and told you she'd been sleeping with other women, and rather than be upset, you got really excited about it. But I think that was sarcasm. And so that's a pretty unique story. I I'm giving it what out of what here, Christine? I'm sorry.
So for time, look at the time, 58 seconds and 55 something or other.
But you started no, but the clock started late.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So what do you give him for time?
For time, I give him 5.
Okay, well that's what I
All
said.
right,
Okay.
I'll take that.
What about the story itself?
The story itself, I'm going to give a 4 because I wasn't really sure where it went from there.
Right.
And so I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Now,
and
how about the ability to stay on the topic? Was he on the topic, or did he
that's
just
a
throw that
5.
birthday
So I
one?
guess I gave him a 14, which is a really high score for me. I'm
Really
very
high
tough.
score. Yeah, no kidding. Blank patch.
Very tough.
Oh, am I muted here, Christine? Sorry, I want to make sure I'm not muted. I have to say, the 35th birthday is traditionally the anal birthday, where you're allowed to do anal. So I mean, that's usually the way it works here in Hollywood, over and over and over, because I'm 35, over and over and over the last 20 years. I was trying to come up with a Steely Dan joke about Peg, but you stumped me. So 14.
Oh, thank you. Thank
That's
you. I'll
also a
take
very
that.
good
Thank you.
score, Greg Fitzsimmons.
First of all, I want to say I fucking loved you on Lost, and I felt like you was really taking stride towards the end. And now, why is your girlfriend? First of all, you're a military man, and she's telling you she had a gay affair. Don't ask, don't tell, right? Keep it to yourself. You're the one guy she shouldn't be telling about this. Blaine Capatch is the person she should be telling about. I loved your timing, loved your story, love your energy. I'm going to give you, like Madeline, I'm going 14.
Thank you.
14.
Thank you.
Another
Good score,
great
I'll take
score.
that.
Gonzalez. He knows
We're
how
off
to
to a
play
good
this
start.
game. Yeah, he knows how to play
Good
this
to
game.
see you, Jacob. That was very,
Oh,
very
yeah.
funny.
Look at that. Jacob's
Another Marine-based lesbianism story from Jacob Rosenwald.
I'm so tired of them.
42 out of 45, a great score. Way to spin the wheel, Jacob. You're amazing. And the next person coming out of the, oh, look at that. Coming out of the story smash can of truth. All right, check this out. You
Can
guys,
of truth.
This actress
Can of
was
truth.
2008.
I like my truth in the Ziploc.
Yeah, my mom used to always make truth from scratch. None of that canned truth.
None of that canned truth.
But I
I
guess,
like
21st century, got to make sure you gotta.
What did you say, Greg?
I like free range truth.
Yeah, me
True
too.
hinge truth is
Never
always
know
more
when you're
truthy.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's more truthy.
All right, you guys, coming up to the stage right now. This actress, she was a 2018 Primetime Emmy nominee for Outstanding Actress in a Short Form Comedy or Drama for her role in Control-Alt-Delete. But she is best known as the first crossover character, the fan favorite Pepper on FX's American Horror Story, Asylum and Freak Show. She's also appeared as a new character, the Satanist, Samantha Crow, in the 8th season of Apocalypse. She's also a former member of the Groundlings Sunday Company, and that ain't nothing. Please welcome the fabulous Naomi. In my head. Yeah, you missed too. I don't know, guys. Tell her what to do.
15! 15 for the resume alone.
Been brought to you by Gravitational Lens Crafters, helping you see those galaxies behind those galaxies in about an hour. Gravitational Lens Crafters, Christine.
Oh, how about that? Birthdays. Naomi also landed on birthdays. Isn't that interesting? Did she, in fact, have a relationship with a lesbian? I'm not sure. Whatever Jacob has. I don't know. We'll find out. Birthday. Wait, what was the story? Come on, Blaine. You're keeping track.
Jacob was in the Marines, and something about a ham sandwich, and I forget it. It's 5 easy pieces. I'll Google
It was his fiance kind of came out to him on his 35th birthday.
Well,
I don't think it was a good present.
Not as much as you. Yeah, not the honesty
Not
was
what you want.
what they wanted. Right. Okay. Listen.
Wasn't the best policy.
What matters
in that case.
now is that Naomi Grossman's going to tell us a true 1 minute story. Whenever you're ready, Naomi, I'll start the clock.
My most disastrous birthday had all the elements of being what could have been the best birthday ever. I was on location working in my favorite place on the planet, Buenos Aires. I was actually working for a sci-fi show seeking chupacabras. In any case, it was my night off. It's my birthday, and I was I lived there as an exchange student in Argentina there in high school. So anyway, one of my flames from back in the day came out to celebrate my birthday. Sure enough, we ordered a bunch of provoleta, which is like this melted cheese, which I had a real reaction to. You got to just imagine, he's walking me home back to my hotel in Buenos Aires. I'm wearing this large dress, thank God, because I swear to God, if I didn't shit all down the streets of Buenos Aires holding it, I'm over.
Oh my gosh.
I ended.
Yeah, it was great. Blanca Patch.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I could have gone on and on, but it gets real gross.
It gets real gross.
Am I muted here, Christine? Sorry, I just want to make sure I wasn't. That was fantastic. It had everything. It had Buenos Aires. It had shitting. And it had one of my favorite cryptozoological wonders, the chupacabra, the goat sucker. That's apparently a genetically engineered beast that escaped and bred in the hills that would raid farms and suck the blood from smaller farm animals. You know all this stuff. You were doing a thing. And I was waiting for the goat sucker to appear. And I was also, because of what Christine said during her intro, I was waiting for some lesbianism. I was a little disappointed. So I'm going to have to give it a 14.
A 14. It's still a very good score. Greg Fitzsimmons.
That was awesome, by the way. Thank you.
First of all, 2 extra points for the sign of true comedic genius, David Letterman, Paul Scheer, me and you.
Yay!
I thought
Blaine has one too. I don't know. Blaine has
there
one.
you go.
I got it. I got
it was
it.
a brave story.
Christine, I feel left out.
I think it was brave. I think it could also be instructive. I think for a lot of the people out there that end up on a date, maybe it's not an old flame. Maybe it's a setup. Maybe it's a Tinder gone wrong. Shit your pants. Game over. You get to go home.
Okay, so what do you give her for the time?
I give her 15. I absolutely loved her. Perfect.
How fabulous. 15.
Although I kind of want Act 3, but we'll save that for the next episode.
Well, listen, she's coming back for another round, and that's a 2-minute round, double the fun. But for now, what do you say, Madeline Smithberg?
Okay, first of all, I love an international story. All right away, it sets it. It's kind of like a great setting. I didn't see this coming. And when you said provola, I started going, yum. And then all of a sudden it was shit. And I was like kind of imagining eating it. So that wasn't a great moment for me. But I really liked it because you set the table and then you took a twist. And that twist went below the belt. And that's where I like to live. Poop, always funny. The time went over, so I'm going to have to deduct something there. If I don't, bad things will happen to me. So I'm going to go with 14.
14. It's still a great score. I'm sure of it. Now, somebody's calculating in the other room, and they're going to, well, there it is. Well, no, that's Alex. But somebody's going to have the number. Naomi's total score, 43. An excellent score. Way to go, Naomi. We're going to see you the next round for sure. Oh my gosh, it's going very well, don't you think, Madeline?
Don't say that.
Okay, this sucks. All right,
don't ever say that.
Coming up right now, I've got the name in my hand.
Death.
All right, this guy, this is interesting. Now, this next contestant, he's a screenwriter, a documentary filmmaker, a multiple Moth winner, and a lover of the Northern Lights. Is this a
Who doesn't love the Northern Lights? Seriously.
He's a mainstay in the Los Angeles storytelling community.
Dating bio, or is this Is the picture of him in front of Machu Picchu?
He's also the author of a personal essay collection, No, Mr. Bond, I Expect Your Dreams to Die. And during the pandemic, he wrote and published Tales from the Trail, short fiction about dogs, mushing, and sled dog races. Please welcome the very talented Alex Stein. Alex! You got the groove.
That's Will. It's been brought to you by Doritos After Dark. Assless chip. Put them on, eat them off. Doritos After Dark.
Doritos After Dark.
Break Up. Alex Stein landed on Break Up. Whenever you're ready, Alex, I'll start the clock. You have 1 minute.
I fell madly in love in my freshman year in college with this girl who was totally and completely wrong for me, as one does. And we were separated in the summer after we had spent so much time together, and it was so wonderful. And I decided on her birthday, which is in August, that I would call this Morning Zoo radio station and get them to call her and wish her a happy birthday. So I sent this letter to the morning jock, and he read the letter on the air on her birthday and did not call her because I am an idiot and I forgot to put her phone number in. And then afterwards, she was mad that I didn't do anything special for her birthday and dumped me as soon as we got back to college, which crushed me.
Greg Fitzsimmons.
I need 3 more seconds. He came up a little shy. That's going to hurt him. I like the fact that even though he didn't draw birthday on the wheel, he still
we heard another birthday story.
Inconsistent. I think it was very sad. I felt like it needed that 3 seconds at the end. So I'm going to give you a 13.
Only bad things would have happened in those 3 seconds, Greg.
Madeline Smithberg.
Well, first of all, I am impressed with the mastery of the storytelling. I can tell that you're a guy from The Moth. You definitely, the pacing and the way that you built it up. And I gotta say, you're better off without her, because anyone that would break up with you over something so stupid, and the truth is you really tried, you were young. I mean, were there even cell phones? How were you supposed to give a phone number? It could have been her parents' house. And so I liked it. I do have to punish you for being light. I mean, I think like hitting time is kind of important in this particular competition. And I'm going to give you a 13.
A 13, Blanket Patch.
He's muted.
Oh, sorry.
Get it?
Am I muted? Am I muted? First of all, I have to say everybody is giving you a hard time for coming in a little short, but a short show's a good show, so I'm giving you 5 on that one. Second thing, I'm giving you 5 because I couldn't wait to see what crazy green screen shit was going to spring into effect behind you. Entire time. Lampy's going to dance with somebody. Maybe Sting's going to be a llama. Look, it's like Gravity Falls. You've got a tribble. Is a lango. I'm not sure what it is. A lango.
I thought it was an orca.
What is it?
I thought it was an orca.
It's like an ox, a musk ox.
Oh, okay. A musk ox.
Oh, you're going to take off points now because you don't like musk ox?
No, are you kidding? It has every comedy sound possible in it. Musk ox. There's 5 points. Just spare. The thing that I loved about this story was how she was mad that you didn't do anything for her birthday, but you could have fixed it if you would have said, "But honey, I had the morning zoo guy read your letter during drive time." So I'm giving you 15 across the board.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a perfect score from Blanket Patch. How about that? All right, so somebody's
Mm-mm.
I'm
totally
not going to do that because Christine will like smash my fingers in pliers if I
It
get
happened
hurt
2
for it.
times.
It's
and
happened before.
Stop bringing it up. Alex's total score 41. It's also a great score. Thanks for playing, Alex. We're going to see you in the next round. And now I know who's coming up next in the Story Smash Can of Truth because she's the last contestant for this first round. Now, this talent, she's a comedian who hails from Atlanta, Georgia. And she's also the producer of the Shore to Shore Film Festival every spring here in Glendale, California. Please welcome the very talented comedian, Kelly Spillman. Kelly! Come on, Matt, get it on. Kelly Spillman, how are you tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm so happy to see you. All right, guys, let's tell Kelly what to do.
Ben, that.
Oh.
Brought to you by spiders drinking from the corners of your eyes while you're asleep. Spiders from the makers of the Earful of Eggs. Christine.
Hooking up. Kelly landed on hooking up. She only has a minute to tell the story, but I think she can do it. When you're ready, we'll start the clock.
So I was making this foot-long meatball sub for a customer, and I started to hear groans. So I thought someone was sick in the bathroom. I walk over. I realize a couple has come into our Subway and is having sex in the bathroom. This has not happened before. It's not in the handbook. So I just politely knock and like, excuse me, please stop. Please leave the bathroom. But they're just getting louder and louder. So then I knock louder saying, excuse me, please, you got to get out of there. Get out. I'm still hearing groans. So, and then I just start beating. This is inappropriate. Get out of the bathroom. So they finally get out of there. I kind of saw myself as, you know, like the best sandwich artist of Tallahassee, Florida. And I have no problem cleaning up food or the mess from meatball subs. But when my boss came back at closing, I had not cleaned the bathroom. That's where I draw the line.
Okay. What a story, Madeline Smithberg.
Okay, I love it. First of all, I'm obsessed with Subway. I think I might have like an addiction problem. And it's such a great thing to get addicted to because it's not that bad. You know, there are many worse things that you could, especially here in Seattle, where I understand because the winters are long. I thought it was perfect. I thought you hit it right on 2 seconds. That's within the grace period. It kind of conjured up for me the notion of the worst place in the world to ever have sex would be the bathroom of a Subway. Like, I just can't imagine how you don't have a better option. And I love that you were put in the position of breaking it up. I'm going 15.
Oh, way to go. Blanket patch.
We can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. I loved it. It was a goddamn delight. It was you started off with foot-long meatball, and so everybody's antennas are up when you say any of those combination of words. The fact that there were groans coming from the bathroom of a Subway, and it was what you thought it was a great curve. I love that. The fact that you threw in that it was happening in Tallahassee late in the story is burying the lead, but it was a nice reveal. And the entire time, the dog behind you, this completely disaffected dog behind you. If I could give you 17, I would. I'm going to give you a 15.
Oh, amazing. Greg Fitzsimmons.
I got to tell you, I loved it. No birthday, though. So I love it.
She landed on hooking up, Greg.
What's that?
No, but we've had birthdays in every story.
I know, but you hook up on your birthday. I love it. I think what happened with this couple is you go in a Subway and they empower you. You want honey wheat bread. You want 6-inch. What kind of? Do you want to toast it? And so suddenly people think they can do anything they want. They can have sex in the bathroom with a foot-long meatball. And I like that you drew the line. It was a great button to the story that you would not clean it up, because when you work at a Subway, you literally don't stop. You're either restocking, you're making a sandwich, but you went, no, I am stopping. I have. God bless
That's where I draw the line.
Yeah, you got to respect that. What's her score, Greg?
15 points.
Amazing 15. Even I can do that math. Let's look at the leaderboard. Kelly Spellman, she's got 45. That's an amazing score heading into the next round. Kelly, let me just ask you one thing. When you were a sandwich maker at Subway, what was the most popular sandwich?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say turkey was the most popular in 1993 in Tallahassee, Florida.
The dog is gone. Where's the dog?
The dog.
I'm so worried about the dog.
That's where she drew the line. Tallahassee is where
She
she
drew
the
her
line.
line. This is a house of line drawers.
Right.
All right, Kelly, thank you so much. We're going to see you in the second round. How exciting. All 4 names go back to the Story Smash Can of Truth, and we draw them again for the exact same thing we already did, but this time it's 2 minutes long. What do you think of that, Madeline?
I think that's a nice progression.
Yeah. Greg, are you having
it
fun
makes
so
sense.
far?
I'm having a blast, and I feel glad because I've done your hat trick in the last 2 weeks. I've done all of your podcasts in 2 weeks.
It's true.
It's like an assembly line.
That's right. Once I get them on the hook,
Yeah.
I pull
He
them in.
just shuffles us from one format to the other.
That's exactly
But
right.
we
That's how
love
we
it.
producers do it. That's exactly right. All right, you
We
guys.
love
We're
it.
gonna start the second round. It's such a blast. We really get to know these storytellers this time. So first, coming up to tell a true story is, what's it say there? What's it say there?
Kelly
Kelly
Spillman.
Kelly Spellman, she's back. Come on, you guys. Let her hear it. Woo, Kelly. I hear the music in my head. There she is. She's back. All right, you guys, let's tell Kelly what to do.
Dog.
On bug spray. You like bugs? They're gonna love you on bug spray, Christine.
School days. Kelly landed on school days. She has 2 full minutes. When you're ready, Kelly, I'll start the clock.
All right. My favorite time of the semester is final exam week, except for one thing. When my students beg for grades that they did not actually earn. And so it was on final exam. This was before the pandemic, the semester before. And I was down to 5 students. And then it was going to be my Christmas break. I was so excited. And a student came up to me and said, I think there's a mistake on this test. And she said really snottily too. And so I kind of roll my eyes because she's a high maintenance student. And I look and there were 2 mistakes. 2 of the questions should not have been on the test. So I was like, don't worry, just cross out those questions. I'm going to give you credit. It's not a problem. So she's kind of like mumbling and being really rude about it. And I'm just thinking, you get credit. What's the big deal? So the 5 students turn in their exam and I'm like, yes, Christmas break is starting. And I walked out of the room and one of the students that was taking that exam was trashing me in the hallway to another student going, she's a terrible professor. She gave us the wrong final exam. Well, that was a D student. And I was like, that's so rude to disrespect me, but she's going to fail my class. What do I care? So I get to my car, drive home. One of the other students, that was one of the 5, sends me this email. You made a mistake on the final. I demand to take the final exam again. So I'm like, you can't take the final exam again. I just threw out the questions. She goes, I demand. She kept emailing me. I demand to take this final exam over. And I said, you are just going to accept the A that you've earned in this class. You're not taking the final again. But she kept demanding. So I look, I gave the completely wrong final exam. It had 35 out of 50 questions were wrong, completely wrong class. I had to give everybody 100. So the D student that trashed me got a freaking C and passed my class.
Wow.
Oh, man. Did she stay on topic or what? Blank a patch.
Amazing. I
It
could not
doesn't
believe
get
it.
old. That's the amazing thing about the joke.
Kelly, I love your
It all,
stories.
but then it gets funny again.
Right.
I
It goes
love
around the
your stories.
corner.
It's a Tim Conwayism. Kelly, I always love the way your stories take these delightful curves at speed where you almost fly out off a cliff to your death, but you stay in the car. That was I liked everything about it except the fact that snottily is not a word. I was also informed by Christine that I have to get tougher with the scores in the second round. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to give you 3.
Wait, 3 what?
Out of 15?
I have to give you. I'm giving you 1 in each category because I have to. I have to be tough.
Wow.
Okay, first
Wow,
of all,
I think you should take the test again.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you should demand a different grade.
Yeah, I demand a different grade. That's unfair. I need to take my test again, Blaine. Come on.
Blaine.
I'm an A student. I'm an A student, Blaine.
Christine has already nailed my snake to my apartment door. I can't do it 3 points.
Goddamn, I'm coming back to a Madeline Smithberg.
I have to give her 15 just to compensate for Blaine. My mic's not on, kept patch. The thing that I really liked about it was I had no idea really where it was going. I didn't know who the hero was and who the enemy was. And for me, the enemy was these, sort of bitchy students who were busting your chops. But then at the very end, it turned and you were the culprit, which I love because it's always my story. I'm always like furious at other people. And then I realize, oh shit, it was my screw up. And so I totally appreciate that. So I am going to give you a 15 just because I think Blaine's being really unfair.
I think so too. Greg Fitzsimmons.
Well, Blaine's got to stick to his guns on this one because he takes direction. It's what he does.
I did not direct him to do that.
I directed him to do it. I mean, if anyone's going to go down on this one, it's going to be you, Christine. I loved it. I loved your timing. 2 minutes, 1 second. I mean, how do you get any better than that? That's 5 points right there. But I can only give you 2 because I'm trying to stay on track. I like the insight into like that teachers now get contacted by their students by email during a Christmas break. That makes my heart go out. If my heart wasn't already out to teachers, that is insane. That's
insane.
That's like having a clean subway.
So what's your score?
It's over.
What?
I'll give her a 15. It's a 15.
15. Okay, we're going back to Blanket Patch one more time. Blaine, are you going to play this game? What's Kelly's score?
I thought I was clear. 3 points.
3 points.
I'm just second round. I get tough.
All right, I hear it. Now look at everybody's chiming in the chat, and I enjoy that. So please keep.
Hi, Katie.
I got to be honest. I thought your story was delightful, and I always enjoy listening to you. 3.
What's the score?
3.
I have to wear panty liners when I play this game. Total score 43.
TMI.
Wait, is it 43? Tell me yes or no, you guys. Kelly's total score is 43. All right, we're moving in. My hand goes back.
I think it's 33. Oh, total score because of the other round. Okay.
We're going back into the can of truth, and the name that I see is Blaine.
Jacob Rosales.
Jacob Rosales, here he comes. Okay, it's all right.
Do you not have you don't have the music?
So I gotta go easy. Okay, here we go.
Spin that.
Domino's taxes. We do your taxes in 30 minutes for their free. Domino's taxes.
What do I got to work with now?
School days. Jacob landed on school days.
Up with this wheel.
Yeah, this is okay. This is harking back to elementary school days in rural Michigan. And like right now there's a lot of appreciation for teachers, but I think the unsung heroes from my days in elementary school, the recess lunch aides. Those were the real. They were in the trenches with us. Because we were such shitheads. And I remember one in particular we had. The Plymouth Elementary School pioneers in Midland, Michigan. We had Mrs. Beamish. And Mrs. Beamish, she was a unicorn of all of the school lunch aides at recess because she was about 500 pounds, but she would get out there and she would give us kids hell. She's not like these morbidly obese people nowadays who are on TLC shows. No, she was out there at recess time giving us hell, making sure that we didn't spend too much time picking on that special ed kids and kicking their balls up on the roofs. It was great. And I think one thing, my fondest memory of recess at Plymouth Elementary School was in the middle of winter. It's like January. We're outside and we say, hey, we're going to do a snowball fight. That was a big no-no for us. We couldn't have snowball fights at recess time. They're very, very vigilant about that. And then we had this nice big hill, and we're chucking snowballs. And all of a sudden, my one buddy, John, Tuffy, his nickname was Tuffy, great nickname. And Tuffy throws a snowball and he hits Ricky Fuentes. We called him Ricky Ricardo. It was just what we did back then. We were shitheads. And he hit him right in the face. And Ricky's like, oh, God, I got hit in the face. And here comes Mrs. Beamish. And she's coming at us. And she's so upset. And we figure, oh, this is going to be really bad if she gets us. And so what do? We take off and we haul ass down the hill. And Mrs. Beamish she's chasing after us, and she slips and she rolls down the hill. We're talking like 500 plus pounds rolling down this hill in the snow. It was brilliant. We got in trouble. And our punishment was to go to the janitor's office and make rags. And what did we have to make rags out of? One of Mrs. Beamish's old sweatshirts. It was a beautiful time. Thank you so much.
Wow. A lot of information. Look at this funny comment. Oh, that's me. Greg Fitzsimmons.
Well, first of all, I just want to say, Jacob, I loved what you did towards the end of the Doors movie when you came in and played Jim Morrison at the end. I don't know what's going on with the pay, whatever in Michigan, but we didn't have AIDS at our recess. We were able to control ourselves. What kind of lunacy? I think of Michigan as very controlled, stoic, dramatic people. Why security at lunch? I love the story, love the build, nailed the timing. 14.
14 points, great score, blank a patch. Blaine, I'll kill you.
All right. Sorry, I just want to make sure I was. Jacob, it was a great story. I always love listening to you. It's good to see you again. I haven't seen you in a while. This had some great names in it. Mrs. Beamish, Tuffy, Ricky Fuentes, the Shitheads. Everything was in there. It was fantastic. You kicked some special ed kids in the balls. Maybe I misunderstood that, but I heard
kicked their balls on the roof.
Yeah, I was kind of in and out. But I was really counting on more lesbianism in this one. So, and as you know, I'm being a little tougher in the second round. So, 3 points.
Thank you.
Wow. He hit him with the tray.
Alan Smithberg.
First of all, Christine, don't ever give notes to Blaine. They just backfire.
The note I gave, I swear to God, was 15 weeks ago.
He took it to heart, but with a little bit of a delay. Jacob, you are really a master storyteller. Like, that was 2 minutes, but I felt like I was reading a novel and I wanted it to just go on. I understood where I was. I felt the snow. I felt the chaos in the lunchroom, the sort of like very Lord of the Flies, kind of like tribes of these terrible children, and the joy of the hill and the sledding. And then when you least expect it, the really giant, poor woman goes tumbling down the hill, and then you have to make rags. It was perfect. I'm sorry, 15.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Just a great story. Madeline, how many Emmys do you have behind you?
How many what? Oh, I just have one. And I have two Peabodys, but they're not here. The Emmy fell apart. The globe fell off, and I took it to this place it's like the third generation silversmiths, but the woman that answers the phone is, I swear, 90, and they had it for 5 months, and then I got it back, and I took it home, and then the bottom fell off.
That is so funny.
My mother
Anyway,
has old
she's back.
bowling trophies from 1983 that are sturdier than that. That's hilarious.
I know. I was really disappointed. It was like my claim to fame literally like imploded. It was terrible.
Okay, I see the score here from the leaderboard, but I'm not excited about it. I'm not happy. Blaine, did you want to adjust your score?
Hey, man.
They made rags from her sweatpants.
Oh, my. 3 points.
3 points. Okay, I'm so sorry, Jacob. But you
No,
know
that
you
was
do
fun.
not
That was
play.
fun.
He appreciates the comedy of the gesture.
That's exactly right. Now, a comment coming in from Peter Sprite. He's a talent out there watching the show. Did you know that there is a Blaine County in Minnesota? Blaine?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, moving on. For a true 2-minute story, I reach into the Story Smash can of truth. And who's the name? Greg Fitzsimmons.
We can't do it. Alex.
Alex Stein, come on up, brother. Alex Stein. Woo. Right. Let's tell him what to do.
Spin.
Yeah. Been brought to you by Bathroom.
Interviews. Alex has landed on interviews. Who knows? Did he give an interview? Did he take an interview? We'll find out. 2 minutes, Alex.
Oops, he's doing Blaine.
Okay, let's unmute. Let's unmute Alex and we'll start over. He's muted. I see that. But we'll unmute him. No problem.
I
there.
thought he was just playing Blaine.
Alex, start over, man.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. In what now seems like a totally different life, I was once a development executive at a network, and my boss fired me because they had overspent on a project which was not my fault. And my boss said, "We feel bad about firing you, so I want to help you get another job." So he set me up at this interview at NBC in Burbank at 5:30 on a Friday afternoon. And back in the before times, it would take forever to get from the West Side to Burbank, especially on a Friday afternoon. So I left really early, and it took me an hour and 45 minutes, and I finally got there, and I was there 2 minutes early, and I got there, and they made me wait in the lobby for 45 minutes. And finally, the guy I was meeting with brought me into his office, or his assistant brought me into his office. And there was nothing on his desk except a big red button. And he's talking on the phone, and the assistant says for me to sit on the couch, and I'm sitting on the couch, and the assistant is on the phone call on mute so that he can, learn the business. But in this case, the business, this guy was talking about the best places in Lake Havasu to see topless women. And this clearly was not a work call. And it went on and on and on. And finally, I just didn't know what to do. So I picked up the phone and I called the office, and the assistant came on the line and said the guy's name. And I said to him, "Look, can we reschedule? He clearly doesn't want to talk to me." And then the assistant starts waving. The guy finally realizes what's going on, and he hangs up. He says, "I don't know, it's some asshole." The assistant scurries out, and then he hits the big red button, which closes the door on my horrible interview.
Whoa. Okay. Now, I didn't hear a smash, and I think one was called for, but nonetheless, Madeline Smithberg.
Okay, first of all, I have PTSD of all my gazillion years pitching to morons. And just like we could write a book about it. I mean, it's just the worst situation. And I think that especially television is just populated by people who are idiotic and have no, repercussions. So I had a little personal kind of like reaction to it, but this guy sounds like about the biggest jerk that I've ever heard about. And I love that you had to take like an hour and 45 minutes to get there. Like I literally wouldn't take meetings after 3 on a Friday. I just didn't care enough. There was nothing that could happen after 3 on a Friday that would make it worth me like venturing out into the traffic. So how did he do on time?
He went a little over, but it wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad. It was 5 seconds. We'll give you a 4 there. I think it was a very good story. It really, as I said, I had a physical reaction to it, which I guess in this context is a good thing because you're not a cheese. So I am going to go with 13.
13, Blanca Patch.
Hey, I'm unmuted, you guys. Anyway.
You jerk.
Such a jerk.
Sorry. Kicking on the keys, you guys. Hey, I loved it because, like Madeline said, it really from the trying to make it from the West Side to Burbank in an hour and like everything, like, oh my God, the claustrophobia of being in the car, looking at your watch, everything was there. It was such a fantastic, perfect Hollywood story, and it really emotionally took me there. I'm going to give you 1. I thought the way that you stayed on topic was astounding. The fact that when you went a little bit over, and I still wanted more. I don't care. I'll keep listening to it. Just such a fascinating story and so well told. I'm going to give you a 1. And like I said, you went a little bit over time. I'm going to have to give you a 1. 3 points.
Okay, add them up. I can even do that. It's 3. Hey, Alex Stein, let me tell you something right now. From me to you, brother, you're gonna be black. You're gonna be back to play this game, no matter what happens. Okay.
I thought you were.
But Blaine, on the other hand,
I really loved listening to you. 3 points.
I gotta say, a 3 from Blaine is like a 21 in dog years.
Yeah. Blaine hit you with the trip. He hit you with the trip.
Yeah, he really did. How about Greg Fitzsimmons?
Uncle Juggies. Best place to see topless women in Lake Havasaw. Uncle Juggies. Everybody knows. Phone call unnecessary. I could have told him that.
I thought the answer was every place in Lake Havasu.
Yeah, right. So listen, I agree with Madeline. I had so much tension. I live in Venice Beach, and I've done that drive to Burbank. I did it. I wrote on the Ellen DeGeneres show for 2 years. That's when I lost a little bit of this.
What, your hat?
What's that?
What, your hat?
a little bit of hat.
Same thing you left, Blaine.
She took my dignity, my hats, and so I had to drive to Burbank from Venice every day. So I was feeling that, but I thought you pulled it out. I was wondering what I like the fact that structurally you gave us the red button in Act 1. You paid it off in Act 3. I'll give you 15.
Exactly.
15. It's a great score, Madeline.
I already went, didn't I?
Oh, sorry. This happens at the end.
This is getting very surreal.
Okay, Blaine, go back to Blaine. Blaine, how are you feeling now?
I like I said, I thought Alex's story was great. It hit me as honest and true and entertaining on a lot of levels. Second one, I'm going to be a hard ass because you came into my place while I was in Big Bear, and you put a big box of Radon under my bed.
Alex's total score is 31. 31. Alex, you're an amazing person and a great writer. Thanks for playing.
Such a good storyteller.
Right now to tell your story. I just looked into the story Can of Truth, and look at that, Naomi Grossman.
Naomi Grossman,
sister. Tell her what to
Brought to you by Schmancy Fish Cat Food for cats who think they're better than you. Schmancy Fish.
Pets. Naomi landed on pets. True.
I would just like to live with you. You just make me laugh so hard. It's ridiculous.
He's married, Matt, and so are you.
Oh, I don't mean in that way. I just mean like keep him in a box in the other room.
Well, sure. All right, Naomi, you've got some time here. Oh, look at that. I performed in Lake Havasu, and afterwards I wanted a quick comedy, but here I am 20 years later.
Hi, Katie. Yeah, me too.
Hi,
I did
Katie.
a weekend with Lord Corette in Lake Havasu. It was fantastic. Anyway, it was the worst.
2 points.
Congrats. Okay, Naomi, you landed on pets. Whenever you're ready, I'll start the clock. Oh, wait, she's muted.
Okay, stop.
Feeling too, I can tell.
Naomi,
I
you're
thought she was
muted.
doing Blaine.
Is she
So,
really?
Are you ready?
Yeah, okay, now we're ready. Take your time.
So my dad loves his dog more than me. This is common knowledge, by the way. I am an only child, a little late in life miracle. But you know, my folks, it's all documented, by the way, in my mom's tell-all smut spinoff of 50 Shades of Grey Pubes. It's literally called Coming of Age, Come Rain or Come Shine. 3 times the word come appears in the title alone. In any case, yes, in this book, she details how basically my parents my mom really desperately wanted a child. They were married for 14 years before they even had me. And then, my dad was like, he was like, okay, I could use an unpaid intern. And so he, agreed. But ever since then, let me tell you, I can't even tell you the amount of, unpaid intern work I do on behalf of my dad. And what do I get for it? Not even a hug. Not even I love you. Literally, my dad lives in Uruguay. That's like, most people couldn't even find that on the map. I go all the way there. And what does he say? He's with the dog. He's like, who's my favorite girl? Who's the best girlfriend I have? I'm like, are you kidding me? I just literally traveled like millions of miles to visit you. And you're, literally like he'll hug me and he'll like one arm. And I'm like, you can get in there, Dad. Like, you seriously, like, I'm not going to break. Anyway, it's actually all very upsetting. But, we take our broken heart and we turn it into art. If you're wondering, that's what this is. I recommend the book. We couldn't get our clothes off fast enough. Touching, teasing, licking, and sucking. He brought my body to life.
Wow. Okay, 2 minutes and 2 seconds on the topic pets. Blank a patch.
My sound works perfectly. I thought it was.
You paid
I thought it was great that you bookended it with a plug in the book. It's true bookends. It was fantastic. The gray pubes joke. It was worth circling around a couple times and hitting hard. The "Come 3 Times" reminded me of my favorite Tony Orlando song. "Come 3 times on the ceiling if you want me." The answer is no. All of Tony Orlando's songs were about coded messages to people nearby, like "tie a yellow ribbon if you still want me," or "knock 3 times." I think he was working with codes in World War II. Anyway, I'm kind of locked into this bit. I'm going to give you 3 points.
3 points from Blank a patch. And by the way, if the answer is love, you're going to want to knock twice. Madeline Smithberg.
Okay. Only problem that I have, because I thought it was unbelievably, first of all, brave. You were sharing. I learned so much about you. I want to go to Uruguay. I'm really kind of obsessed with it because it's where people from Argentina go for their summer houses, like the Hamptons of Argentina is what I've heard. And I really want to go. But we learned so much about your relationship with your parents. Your mother sounds kind of scary. That's a lot to deal with. I am so sorry. My only problem with any of it, because the time is close enough, is that the pets was the topic, and the dog didn't seem to have quite enough of a role in the story. And I know I'm being a stickler, but I'm sort of absorbing the note from Christine Blaine to not be so generous, and I don't want to take it out on you because you're awesome. But I'm going to give you a 13.
A 13. I will never give another note in my life. Greg Fitzsimmons.
Ever. That's my note to you. Don't give notes.
I fucked up. I admit it. Greg.
Well, I will say along Madeline's thinking is that I guess it shows the trauma that dog has on you, that in the topic being pets, you didn't mention the dog, that's how much you've been displaced. And that your parents, would you say you were surprised late in life? Get over the surprise. You came. They don't seem to be absorbed that you're here.
Yeah, well, I was a surprise to them, but yes, it was a late in life miracle, I think I said.
But I've had people throw me surprise parties. An hour in, I'm very present, and I'm aware that there's a party going on. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna give you a 12 only because I feel like it petered out early, and then you did a little filler with the book at the end, which I admire because you got to the finish line, but it wasn't quite integral to the story.
But it's true, Greg. She's thinking. She thought it out. She landed, on the time, 12. Okay, so now let's look at the leaderboard. Naomi's total score, 31. That'll be combined with her first score in the first round, and we'll see how those numbers pan out. But right now, let's hear from the last contestant in the second round and the last contestant of the night, unless there's a spinoff. And that contestant is Kelly Spillman. Kelly! Oh, wait, she already went.
She did already go. They all have gone.
Oh, right. Wait.
Christine, you're taking too many annual PMs.
There's no more there's no more names in the hat. Are you telling me we went
not
for all four contestants?
This is not your tightest show.
God damn it. I'm trying to impress Greg Fitzsimmons, and I'm all fucked up. All right.
I love Lucy.
Now let's get all the contestants back on the screen.
We're off the rails.
And before we go any further, everybody, no matter where you are in this world, give a big round of applause to all the contestants. Jacob Rosales, Naomi Grossman, Kelly Spillman, and Alex Stein. Amazing storytellers. And now we will start. Oh, look at this. This guy, Russell. You got some fans, Naomi. And let's see what this
gives you
one says.
100 ponets.
Who books that Zoom? Okay. All right. Okay. So we're going to get some scores now, and we're going to see what that leaderboard looks like. And then we'll be announcing the winner. By the way, the winner tonight receives $10. That's right. A little bit of cheddar tomorrow.
No, hey, am I unmuted? Nobody said there was money involved.
There is $10 involved. And oh my God. Oh shit. Hold on.
Things are going nuts.
You guys.
It's like Jacob's
not
sweating.
Funny. Hey, it's not funny, man. This clock was $120. I sold my breast pump to get it. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and look at the leaderboard. Where are the scores?
What's happening?
Well, we're going to look at total scores. Okay, Alex got 73. Excellent score, Alex. Thanks for playing. It was your first time, and I appreciate that.
That's great. Thank you, Alex. And I swear to God, hey, can I ask you a serious question? Is your background set up to do green screen stuff?
No.
It's
totally coincidental.
It's absolutely perfect.
Totally coincidental.
Yeah, you should have like the Crystal Falls in Venezuela behind you or something.
Wait, does it work? Does it work for when you're doing the Microsoft town halls? Oh, I thought you were Bill Gates for a second. Sorry.
All right,
I'm going to
listen up.
vaccinate you and track you everywhere you go.
Naomi, look at that score. 74 points for Naomi. Another great score. A lot of people love Naomi here. And what else? What other kind of scores? Jacob also had 74. Isn't that interesting?
I smell a spin-off.
Espanol, Jacob 74. And now I think what we're going to have to do is do a little bit of a drum roll. Kelly's score is 77.
Oh,
77 for Kelly Spellman. She's the winner of tonight. She's going to get $10 tomorrow via Venmo. Big round of applause for everybody who played tonight. Blanket Patch, Bob Seger, Madeline Smithberg, and the amazing Greg Fitzsimmons. Come on back, brother. We'd love to have you. And one more time on behalf of Kelly Spillman, Jacob Rosales, Naomi Grossman, and Alex Stein, my name is Christine Blackburn. We'll see you guys next Friday.
Good night. Great job, everybody.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, that was